wondering what we're making dyes. Why are we making this bit?
Because we wanted to find a more natural and cheaper way to make dyes. Yes.
And also a way to recycle metals. Stay tuned! Bye!
So this is the history of paint. In 2004, a South African archaeologist found an ochre-based mixture hypothesized to be paint made by Homo sapiens 40,000 years ago. First paintings are made of charcoal mixed with animal fat or spit. They are mostly used for cave paintings. By 1500 BC, paint became a large industry, particularly in India and China. As time goes by, different ingredients are used to make pigments, mostly with milk as the most common ingredient, as well as others, which includes organic materials such as bird wood and eggs, as well as metals, which is what we use in our experiment. Although after the 18th century, which is the American Revolution, oil-based paint, which is also consisting of poisonous mixtures, are commercially used for its durability, as milk could spoil.
By now, I'm sure you're all wondering, how do we actually make it?
First, to boil the strong tea, add a little bit of water into a pot. Make sure it's not a pot you like or the ones you use for cooking because it will stain, like the ones we used here. Then add the tea leaves, in this case we use black tea, and heat it up until it boils. Now the third step, this might sound a little weird, add used or unused iron nails or fillings into the mixture. Then, put a large amount of vinegar in. Once the mixture boils, put out the heat and let it cool. When cooling the mixture, it is very normal to see bubbles or hear bubbling as the iron is reacting with the vinegar to form iron acetate.
As you leave it for days, the mixture becomes more concentrated and dense as seen in this picture. And we have found that by leaving it for more days, it has become more dark and concentrated. Now all the materials we use here are cheap, affordable, and can be found in all households. And some can even be reused too, like the iron and the tea leaves, making this a more affordable choice than the store-bought paints we buy today. In the extent of our research, we have also found that this dye is a very, very good wood stain.
There are some benefits to making your own pigments and dyes instead of buying some from the store. First of all, it's more affordable, it's natural, as the materials needed can be found around the house or can be bought quite cheaply at a store nearby you. Secondly, sometimes the pigments, the paints, the dyes that are mass-produced today, they aren't up to the personal standards of artists. For example, some artists would prefer paint with high pigment and low oil. So therefore, they make their own. It can be personalized, it's non-toxic, it's cheap again, and it won't harm the environment as much as a lot of paint factories today, they release tons of chemicals into the environment.
Hi, this is Amabel, and right now I will be showing you guys the paint we made a few weeks back. I have mixed this with water to make it a more suitable solution to paint on canvas, which we will be painting later. Now as you can see the consistency of the paint, it is not really watery or thick, and it is the perfect type of paint you want to paint with on cloth, on canvas, especially on paper. Right here is a finished painting of a leafless tree, and as you can see, the once black paint is now dried up as a really nice natural brown color, brown shade, which is really suitable for painting trees, for painting landscapes, or other objects.
Thank you for watching!
Bye!